Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about my fitness journey, my body progress, all of that stuff, all the major changes that I've made in the past 3 months. Before I get into the video, I do want to make some disclaimers. I want to say that I am not a health professional, I am not a personal trainer, I do not have a degree. These are all just things that worked for me, for my body type, for my body in general. So I am in no way telling you that you need to do these things or that they will work for you. I'm simply just coming on here and telling you guys what I did for me, what worked for me, and my journey with fitness. I also want to say that I will not be talking numbers as in specific numbers about my weight or my measurements specifically. I do not want to trigger anyone, and I also don't think that you should be comparing yourself because everyone's body is different, and I don't want to make anyone feel like they need to look or have the exact same numbers as me or anything like that. But I will be talking numbers as in how many pounds I've lost and how many inches I have lost in specific areas, just not the exact inches or pounds that I am currently or was before. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna start with when I decided to start all of this. So like I said in my last video, I was quarantined in Michigan for 2 months because I had flown there around March 9th, and then that weekend was when everything went really crazy with coronavirus, and so it was just smarter for me to stay there. So that week that I went to Michigan, I was actually sick with a cold that I got from my boyfriend. It wasn't coronavirus, but I did have a cold, and so I was laying around a lot for like the first couple weeks that I was there, and then I kind of just got used to doing nothing. So I was pretty much just like laying on the couch, eating snacks, watching TV, and not only that, but it was extremely stressful and I had a lot of anxiety. So I think I was also just like not caring because of that too. So I was eating a lot of snacks, and I was like going to sleep super late, and I was like staying up until like 5 a.m. and it was just really, really bad. I was not taking care of myself at all. So during the first like month and a half that I was in Michigan, I really was not doing anything. So one day I kind of just like looked at myself in the mirror, and I was very insecure, and I was like not happy at all with how I looked. And I didn't feel good either. I felt gross, and I was always bloated, and I was like, what am I doing to myself? Me personally, I always did sports, and I was always a pretty like healthy person. And so for me to like feel and look the way that I did, I was really not happy with that. So that was pretty much when I made the significant change, was that day that I just like looked in the mirror and was like, this is not who I am. I didn't recognize myself. Although again, it wasn't like that big of a difference. I didn't feel good about myself. And that is something that I've always really worked hard on, making sure that I feel good about myself and how I feel. April 8th, I think it was when I really decided in my head, like, I'm gonna do this, because in my notes, I started working out on April 9th. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about what I did specifically, and we're gonna start with workout related, and then we'll do what I ate and things like that. So from April 9th to April 23rd, I did the Chloe Ting 14-day shred, like body shred challenge that everyone did. And I chose that because I had previously, like when I was in LA and working out like at a gym, I did Chloe Ting like ab workouts and stuff, but I pretty much only did Chloe Ting ab. I decided I needed a set schedule, something that would hold me accountable, and something that wasn't too long, so to where it like felt intimidating. I think a 14-day period was perfect, because when you think about it, it's like, oh, it's only 14 days, like it's not that long, I can make a commitment for that. But I think that during that 14 days, if you're doing everything and you're doing everything you can and being fully committed, you'll see a change, and that will make you want to keep doing it and give you a lot of motivation to just continue on with your journey and get better and better. I did the program, so she has free programs on her website. I will link her website with her free programs down below so you guys can check it out. Honestly, I would recommend her programs for anyone, obviously like depending on each person, but I think like most people would benefit off of one of her programs. She has like 10. I took like notes and I wrote down like what specifically I was gonna follow like religiously for those 2 weeks. So I wrote down stretch was the #1 thing because I really believe in stretching and it will just make everything so much easier and you won't be in so much pain. I also wrote down Lily Sabri, I think her name is Lily Sabri, ab vids. She has really good ab videos too, so I was also watching hers. I would like add one of her videos on to the Chloe Ting program if I felt like I wanted to do more that day. I also wrote down Chloe Ting videos, and then I wrote down stomach vacuums. So I did stomach vacuums every single day. I still do them. I do 3 a day, hold for 20 seconds. If you guys don't know what that is, I'm going to link a video down below of somebody explaining how to do it and why it's beneficial. I attest my waist trimming to the vacuum and my diet, but a lot I feel like to the vacuum because I have tried eating healthy before and my waist has always been the same inches around, and all of a sudden I lost inches due to, I'm pretty sure, the vacuums. I'll quickly explain what a stomach vacuum is. It's basically where you suck in your like lower stomach, like your belly button area, like kind of into the back of your spine almost, it feels like. And it basically just works your transverse abdominals, which is basically like the corset of your core, which kind of just brings in your waist like that. So a lot of bodybuilders do it. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm pretty sure, was like known for doing that. So again, I'll leave a video down below that has like a professional explaining it. And then I also put run 4 to 5 miles. So I basically did extra workouts every single day on top of the Chloe Ting workouts. You don't have to do that, but I think I was just really, really committed. So if you feel like you can do more, then like definitely do more, but don't overstrain yourself. But on top of that, I was also running and doing a lot of cardio because for my personal goals and like what I wanted to slim down, and I knew that I had a lot of like body fat that I wanted to get rid of. So I definitely wanted to do a lot of cardio. I do want to say though, I personally enjoy running, so it wasn't really that hard for me. I've been running since senior year of high school, although I will say I was not good in high school. That's like when I first started running, but I eventually got better as I kept running like after high school, and when I moved to LA I still was running and I would run on the treadmill at the gym. So I enjoyed running, and especially in Michigan there was like a trail that was near my house, and so it was really pretty and fun to run. So I would do that. If I didn't run, I was walking, but I was running most of the time. So yeah, that's basically what I did for the workouts. I did the Chloe Ting 2-week challenge on top of extra videos pretty much every day. And also I added a lot of cardio on top of that. Some days I actually went on bike rides on a trail for like 11 miles and things like that. So I was really trying to get as much cardio as I could. Obviously after the 2 weeks, I think I restarted the 2 weeks and just kept doing it. And ever since, I've just continued to do Chloe Ting videos. Now on to the food portion of what I did. I will say, I think the thing that made the biggest difference was my change in diet. I was not eating well, and even in LA, like I would still order food. I would eat fast food once in a while. And I also consumed so much sodium. So the things that I wrote on my list were, I was only gonna have 1 to 2 cups of sunflower seeds a day. If you guys know me personally, you know that I am obsessed with sunflower seeds, like so bad that I would eat like bags a day. So yeah, I was consuming large portions of sodium a day. So I actually ended up, I wrote that on my list, but I ended up completely cutting out sunflower seeds. I don't know how I did that, but I guess like not eating them throughout the day made me not really want them at all. So I've had sunflower seeds like a little bit here and there, but I pretty much stopped eating sunflower seeds, which I believe was the like chunk of my sodium intake. I stopped drinking soda. I used to have like Dr. Pepper every single day. I was obsessed with Dr. Pepper, still obviously my favorite drink. But I was strictly drinking a lot of water or sparkling water, so I would have like LaCroix and things like that. I also wanted to drink 2 bottles of water a day, but of my like hydro flask. So I have a 40-ounce hydro flask, and so I wanted to drink 2 of those a day, which is 80 ounces. I also wrote down that I wanted to cut out or heavily limit my sugar intake in general. So I ended up doing that too. I was pretty much not having any like thing with added sugar in it. Every once in a while I did, maybe like 2 days out of the 14 days, I had some kind of like ice cream, like a little bit or something like that, just because I didn't want to like go crazy or like end up like binging later from like holding myself back so much. But I did, for the most part, hold off on sugar. Another thing that I actually did end up trying that I did not write on that list was intermittent fasting. So if you guys don't know what intermittent fasting is, it's basically where you fast for 16 hours and then you eat for 8 hours. Or they have like different times, but that's what I did. I did the 16-8. So basically what I did was I would stop eating around like 8 p.m. And then I would start eating around noon or like 1, usually like 11 or noon. And I think that specifically helped me a lot with not snacking at night. That was something that I used to do a lot, especially like sunflower seeds, which is like not good because there's a lot of sodium. So I would always wake up bloated. But yeah, so I stopped snacking after 9 or 8 p.m. and then I would eat like a little bit later in the morning. And that is basically just supposed to help you burn fat faster. I'm going to leave an article or a video or something down below that explains what intermittent fasting is and how it works, so that you can get that information from a professional or somebody who really knows what they're talking about. Oh, my legs are starting to hurt. I also pretty much only ate whole foods, so I was eating a lot of chicken breast and broccoli. Like that was like my favorite thing to eat because I really enjoy both of those things. So I was eating a lot of like grilled chicken with like stir-fried broccoli, and then I would have fried eggs in the morning and some kind of like vegetable or fruit with that. And that was pretty much what I had like every day. I basically just cut out anything that was processed. Which the processed food is not good for you, and most people know that. So now we are at the portion of the video where I'm going to talk about weight and inches. So if anyone is sensitive to that or uncomfortable with that, please exit out of the video now. I don't want to trigger anyone or make anyone feel not good. But I was tracking my workouts and my food on LifeSum. Also my water intake I was also tracking on there. Great app, I've used it for a while. You can also add your goals and then your inches and weight and all that stuff, and it'll track your progress. Okay, so I ended up losing around 9 or 10 pounds, give or take, because of water weight, obviously. I also lost 1.5 inches around my arms, 1.5 inches on my thighs, 2 inches around my hips, and 1.3 inches around my waist. Honestly, I'm really proud of the progress that I made, because even like before quarantine in LA and like when I lived in Michigan, I always worked out, but I never really saw that much progress. I didn't really see changes in my body until I started this program and started making really big life changes. So I'm really proud of myself. I am in the best shape that I have ever been in my life, and I am so excited to continue to hit new goals and all of that. Like, I'm not done. I'm not like anywhere near done with my progress, and I'm really excited to like document it. I know that like the changes in my body aren't as like significant as some other people's transformations like on YouTube or just like in general, and like the amount of weight they lost or inches they lost. But for me, honestly, I'm really proud, and I am in the best shape that I've ever been in, and for me, it was a lot. So I don't know, I wanted to share it with you guys, and obviously like a lot of you guys have been asking about it. Right now I'm basically just trying to tone up and like build my butt back since I lost like 2 inches around my hips and my butt. So I've been really focusing on like building my butt and like getting more tone and like toning my arms more and my abs and things like that. So I try not to really weigh myself that often just because I find the most progress with inches. Although I did have a lot of like body fat, and so my weight did go down a lot, especially with the cardio that I was doing. But I think the inches were the most important thing, because sometimes I eat really badly one day and I don't feel great when I wake up in the morning, and then I'm like the lightest I've ever been when I weigh myself. So I don't think like your weight is the thing to focus on the most. I think progress pictures and measuring yourself is probably more accurate. But anyways, I feel like I'm just rambling on at this point. I don't think I left anything out, but if you guys have any questions, please comment down below. I also still post like really often on my Instagram about everything and like pictures and things like that. I have a story like highlight dedicated to workout stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, you can go check it out. Sharing like before pictures of yourself for like a lot of people to see is not easy. I said this on my Instagram today. I try to remind myself a lot that like even at the point where I felt like I like looked my worst, my body is still beautiful, and it's beautiful now, and it was beautiful before. And that's the same with everyone else. Your body is beautiful the way that it is. Obviously, it's great to be more healthy and work out and eat healthy and all that stuff. But I never want to feel ashamed for like how I looked before. I feel like there's probably going to be people that like watch my video and they're probably like, you like looked fine before. Or like, oh, you didn't really like have that much of a difference, or like, oh, that's like nothing compared to like this person or whatever. I just want to remind you guys that you're beautiful no matter what, and you don't have to be a certain weight or look a certain way to be beautiful or to be pretty or to feel good. I think it's to each their own, and yeah. I hope you guys found this video interesting, and if you guys want to see more of my videos, please subscribe down below and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post. I hope that you guys have a happy and positive day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!